Hi Harish, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Okay. So today we are going to talk something which is very, very important, and that is why Ireland, why to study in Ireland. I'm very sure the kind of inputs which are going to come from your side will be very, very valuable for students. So without wasting any time, Harish, all over to you.
Thank you so much. So basically, today's topic would be why study in Ireland, and especially I'm talking about masters and PhD programs. Okay, so just to give you a little bit of background about the country. So as you can see in the map, it is in the west part of Europe and close to the UK. So UK
So
and
Harish,
Ireland.
map is not visible. I think we are stuck up at the first slide only.
Uh, okay, is it moving now?
Looks like yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I was discussing about the location of Ireland in the Europe. As you can see, it is in the west part of Europe, and
Mm,
it is very close to the UK.
yeah.
Actually, the Irish and the UK government share a lot of things with each other.
Mm,
So if you are ever looking forward to go to the UK, so you can go from Ireland,
okay.
considering like you have done masters or PhD. It is not difficult at all to switch jobs between these two countries. And
Mm,
the most interesting part about Ireland is that it is the only country that
mm.
speaks English as the
Okay.
official language in the whole Eurozone.
Okay.
You see, all these countries, they have their own languages.
Okay. Mm,
But in Ireland,
mm,
they speak English. So it is
mm,
more international, comfortable in communicating. You don't have to
mm,
struggle and learn what is the local language for sugar in order to buy
mm,
sugar. So it's
mm.
easy. And this is the gateway to markets and culture
Yeah.
because Ireland has lot of how do you say it, integration between the other countries as well.
Okay.
So
So,
that's kind of
Harish, I
nice.
want to clarify one thing. Like you said, this is the only country, but I think this England is also another country, no? UK is also English speaking only.
Yeah, but that's not in the European Union though. They
Oh, that is what
left the,
exactly I was thinking.
yeah,
Hmm.
the
Okay.
Brexit. So they left the European Union, I think in
Yeah.
2017 or so.
So,
So
in
otherwise,
entire Europe, if we talk
yeah,
about entire Europe, then England, Ireland, UK, they are the English speaking countries, right?
yeah. But in the
Okay.
European Union, that
Yeah.
consists of 27 countries now.
Yeah.
That is a
Mm.
big map,
Mm.
almost like slightly bigger than India
Yeah.
geographically. And that whole
Mm.
part, only
Mm.
Ireland speaks English.
Wonderful. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So just coming to another point here, if we look at the historical GDP data of Ireland, you can see
Mm.
there is a growth
Mm.
from like 1997, and you can
Mhm.
see in 2023 it is
Mm.
growing. It has a growing economy, as you can see,
Mhm.
and this is
Yeah.
from a very reliable source. In fact, I do uh, use the sources for my research. This
Okay.
so Ireland, yeah.
Okay.
So you can see that it is growing.
Mm.
Moving to the next point, what are the universities to be considered in Ireland? And
Mm.
for example, if someone is looking at doing a
Mm.
master's, what
Mm.
would be the cheapest options? That is
Okay.
very, very important. So basically, this part is the Dublin part, the right
Mm.
side. You can call it
Mm.
the east part. So this
Mm.
area is Dublin.
Mhm.
And here there are so many universities, okay?
Mhm.
And the highlighted universities are some of the famous universities, and they have a good QS ranking. Some of them,
Mm.
like Trinity, UCD,
Mm.
these universities are really good. And this is for
Mhm.
like medical students and all, Royal
Mm.
College of Surgeons in Ireland.
Mm.
So
Mm.
you can see like it, if you target the universities like Trinity and Dublin, they charge a bit more for master's course and all. But
Mm.
there are plenty of opportunities and really good universities. For
Okay.
example, TU Dublin, Maynooth University, like the top scoring meaning is that you can afford it. And afford
Mm.
means what I mean is like under 10 lakh Indian rupees. That's where their
Okay.
fees is. However,
Okay.
the current
Mm.
scenario of UCD and Trinity would be really high. It can go up to
Mm.
like 25 lakhs or even more per annum
Mhm.
master's
Okay.
course, only the tuition
Mhm.
fees. So
Mhm.
there are plenty of choices. If you can afford it, go for it. If you
mm,
can't afford it and you want to come to Ireland, you have plenty of opportunities. You can just
mm,
sneak into Ireland in other ways.
mm,
This is very important. I wanted to
mm,
discuss about the employment
mm,
status in Ireland, and this is historical data again. So,
mm,
look at the non-Irish citizens, right,
mm,
out of Ireland, and how the data is growing. So you can see. So now, for now, it is close to about 400,000. How to
mm,
say, 4 lakh people in Ireland,
mm, mm,
which are non-Irish, but they're working in companies and
mm,
all. And this is a
mm,
breakdown. This graph, the right one, is a breakdown of what uh, people, like which continent people are there. So you can
mm,
see like the UK citizens,
mm,
they reduced with the
mm,
time, and I
mm,
suppose these other nations they constitute the
mm,
Indians,
mm,
and it has been like
mm.
steady or slightly growing if you can see from the graph.
Okay.
But majority of them are from the Europe or the European
Mm,
Union. But
mm,
still, it is growing for the other countries like China, India, and other parts of
mm,
Asia. So it is a
mm,
sign that you can see that because of the steady market, people are coming to Ireland and they're considering this as a good destination for job
mm,
market and all.
mm,
Again, this is from the same source, a very reliable source.
mm,
Okay, moving on to the next part. This is the companies that are in Ireland. Let me tell you a very surprising fact. Ireland is a tiny country. The population is slightly more than 5 million.
okay.
It should be like 50 lakh
Mm,
rupee,
mm,
50
mm.
lakh in numbers.
Population. Mm,
Yeah, but they have like so much of industries and activities going on in here. As you can see,
mm,
like
mm,
plenty of industries. Here I saw some of the say Google, Meta, and
mm,
all these companies are there.
mm, mm,
And as you can see, this is the Dublin part, and this is
mm,
expanded here, meaning is
mm,
that most of the industries are located in Dublin. That being
mm,
said, it's not like that other parts are lacking in any way. It's like they're
mm,
concentrated in this in some part, it's because of the capital, but
mm,
they're all over the places. So
mm,
many countries, and this is only about the top 300 companies. There are plenty more, so you would
mm,
never run out of options. Doesn't matter what your field
mm,
is, it
mm,
is plenty of opportunities, starting from health insurance
mm,
to IT sector,
mm,
to technology,
mm,
and especially Ireland is very good at pharmaceuticals and those kind of instruments for hospitals and all. So they
mm,
kind of export
mm,
that stuff to all over the world. That is one of their major business. They
mm,
do.
mm,
Perfect. Okay, so moving on about the strength of the passport. So what I
mm,
did is that I picked off few
mm,
countries to
mm,
compare and contrast
mm,
between
mm,
the feasibility of having a Irish passport. Well, there is a
mm,
process there, but I can tell you that briefly. But
mm,
the countries that I've considered is Ireland, India, Japan,
mm, mm,
UK, and
mm.
United States of America. We can see, considering USA and the UK, Ireland has a better score,
Yes.
and this score
Mm,
reflects the movement and the
mm,
strength of the country. Such a
mm,
tiny country with
mm,
5 million, slightly higher than 5
mm,
million people, but look at that strength,
mm,
175. So this
mm,
is the third highest in the world out of
mm.
like 200 countries. It is the
Yes.
third highest in the whole world.
Mm.
And the UK
That
and
means
the
if you have passport of Ireland, you can visit 175 countries.
no, not really, but the visa restrictions are lesser.
Okay.
You
Mm.
can, I think you can move up to 145 countries,
Okay.
but
Okay.
there are visa on arrival things.
Mm.
Like you land on a country, they can just,
Understood.
yeah.
Mm.
So you see, India has really poor
Mm.
score here.
Mm.
You are
Mm.
not literally not allowed to go anywhere,
Mm.
and I could face the
Mm.
trouble here. I want to go for conferences and all, and there is money, there is everything, but because of my visa restrictions, I cannot go anywhere. And this is not just me; it's a lot of Asian people
Yes.
that are coming
Mm.
from that reason having the trouble. So
Mm.
5 years you stay in Ireland, you pay the taxes.
Mm.
You pay the taxes. That's important. and then
Mm.
you would be eligible to apply for the citizenship if you are looking
Okay.
for it. Yeah, and that process takes up to 1 year or so, and it is online, completely online. Do not have to go anywhere, just do it from a computer, and that is
So
it.
that 5 years also includes PhD, Harish, or it's after
No,
PhD?
no, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because PhD, your visa restrictions are there. You are a student, so
Okay.
you are not paying taxes. Like I'm a PhD, I'm not paying taxes. But
Mm-hmm.
those who are coming for masters,
Okay.
they do masters for 1 year, and then they
Okay.
switch to jobs.
Job.
It
Okay.
is a huge opportunity for them if they're
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, moving forward, there are some points, the advantages of the country. So as I can say, like to compare to some of the other institutes that charge significantly higher in the US and the UK, you can sneak into Ireland with low tuition fees. Certain
Mm-hmm.
universities, not all. And
Mm-hmm.
this high quality of life and safety,
Mm-hmm.
quality of life in terms of like the first is the air quality.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the average air quality of India, it would be about, I don't know, maybe 120 or something. Here it is 3.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time I check it, it's like 1 or 2 or 3. So the
Mm-hmm.
air is very breathable, it is very pure, so that
Mm-hmm.
enhances the quality of your life. And
Mm-hmm.
then everything is so organized, and it is safety. The safety concern, when you talk about moving to other countries, like there
Mm-hmm.
could be some aggressive countries. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
take the name of it, but in
Mm-hmm.
Europe there are pretty good aggressive countries that you would be
Mm-hmm.
thinking twice or thrice before landing in
Mm-hmm.
that country. You can
Yes.
have severe troubles there, but Ireland is very safe compared to all
Mm-hmm.
those countries, all those Western
Mm-hmm.
countries.
Mm-hmm.
It is multicultural, and it has a very inclusive environment.
Mm-hmm.
People are from all over the world, and I have hardly faced any problem. They're very warm and welcoming. There is
Mm-hmm.
opportunities for research and innovations. There is a budget that is decided every year. I think during October or something like that, September, October month,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of dedicate a lot of funds for research,
Mm-hmm.
and you can, it is officially available. You can see how much money they're investing in the research. So there is good opportunity for you uh, if you are writing proposals to get that funds and all. And
Mm-hmm.
the good part is, after you do your studies, okay, let's say worst case scenario, you do not find a job. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
worst case scenario, you can stay in the country up to 2 years to search for jobs.
Okay.
They wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
throw you out.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be there in the country and search for job opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Lastly, people are really welcoming and they're very
Okay.
warm. When you
That is very
walk,
important.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
when I walk down the street, if
Mm.
you have eye contact with someone, they would exchange a smile and they would
Okay.
start talking. They're very chatty and they're very warm and welcoming. You feel like home here. So it's like these are some of the very good points about Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So, and to conclude it, so Ireland offers really good education and fairly good job opportunities, as you can see from the companies and the GDP growth I showed, and it is English speaking. So it is
Okay.
a very global connected country.
Mm-hmm.
Next, it offers generous post-study pathways, as I've discussed, and most important thing, tax benefits for India. What is that is like Indian government and the Irish government, they have a treaty for which when you start
Mm-hmm.
your job and start paying taxes, you are exempted of certain amount of taxes for 2 years from the day you start. So for example, if someone is coming from another country, let's say maybe from Latin America, okay,
Mm-hmm.
he would be paying a lot more tax than someone from India for the same job for the same payment. So this is one of the good thing about the treaty, about the
Mm-hmm.
Indian Irish
Mm-hmm.
treaty. Yeah, so like it is a very good deal to consider Ireland for your
Mm-hmm.
academic
So,
adventure.
Harish, you were talking about the tax benefits for Indian. Can you elaborate that point once again?
So for example, like if you are doing a job in Ireland and you are
Okay.
starting the job,
Mm-hmm.
and Basically, this happens once you land in Ireland, do a coursework, and then like masters or PhD, and then do industrial job. So when you
Okay.
do that, you
Mm,
pay lesser amount of tax than
mm.
other non-Irish people.
Okay. Okay. Mm,
Yeah, that is because we Indian government and Irish government have a treaty.
mm,
So the
mm,
effective tax rate goes
mm,
significantly down. Okay, so
mm,
just I'll give some numbers, okay, because I know them. For
mm.
example, if your salary is about, let's say 45 lakhs per annum,
Okay.
just for the sake of conversation. So
Mm.
in your in-hand salary would be about let's say 3 lakh 10,000 or something after the
Okay.
tax.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is for Indians.
Mm,
If it is not for Indians, you would be getting in and salary of about 2,85,000 to 90,000, something
mm,
like that. So you save
mm.
some thousands, like
Okay.
30,000 up to you can save for the
Mm,
treaty that is between
mm,
India and Ireland.
mm,
Yeah, that
mm.
is a good
But
deal actually. Yeah.
Okay, so Harish, now I would like to ask a quick some couple of questions which are normally the students asking those who aspire to go abroad. I think we can
Yeah.
come out of this presentation now. So one question is like, suppose I go for masters, how much money I am to spend?
Depends on the university
Okay.
and the course. Like I said,
Mm,
this you can see. Okay,
mm,
the light colored ones are like they're very good,
mm,
world-renowned universities, but you
mm,
have to pay a little more money for them.
mm.
For
Okay.
example, if I can give example of University College Dublin for a
Mm,
master's course, you have to pay about 25 lakh Indian rupees per annum. You would get some scholarship for about 8 to 10 lakhs. You can get it,
mm,
but
mm.
even though you would have to pay about effectively 18 lakh to 20 lakh Indian rupees. Okay.
That is
How?
tuition plus staying everything, huh?
No, that is only tuition fees.
Okay, so per annum you are talking about. So how much is the tuition plus stay per annum?
Tuition you can add you can add about 15 to 20 lakh rupees on top of your tuition fees for the living expenses.
Okay, so minimum 30-35 lakh rupees.
Yeah, yeah. But
Okay, and that is for
good
one
part
year.
is, yeah, but the good part is, for example, I'm trying to Manu the university.
Mm,
Let's say,
mm,
for the sake of
mm,
the conversation. So for
mm,
here, you can just do it very, very decent degree in here about
mm.
under 20 lakh, including your living expenses and tuition fees. So you kind
Okay.
of save, yeah, you kind of save 15 lakh Indian rupees. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to explain. Like you choose the university if you can't afford it, so you can
Mm,
choose the university. And
mm,
believe me, if you have the skills,
mm.
doesn't matter about the university. They don't give that much of importance in compared to like if
Okay.
I compare to India. So if you are from
Mm,
IIT and NIT, were recognized very well. If you are from other
mm,
universities, they kind of see it in
mm,
a different way, but not here, not a lot, no.
mm, Okay, so that means if you acquire skills, you will get good jobs.
Yeah,
Mm,
you can fairly
Okay.
come into the market. Yeah.
And Harish, what is the one point I want to touch is like, what if some candidate wants to create his own startup in Ireland? Maybe
But
after graduating from there, like you are doing PhD, after PhD you decide, okay, let's go for my own startup. I want to have my own things there. So how is the Ireland for business, like startups or business? Because that is also the third option for
yeah, I
professionals.
think I think there is a visa restriction. For example, you have to have 2 years of work here in order to
Okay,
start a business. I think so.
okay,
I'm not sure, but I think
okay,
it is something like that. Yeah. So for example, you are
okay.
starting a job for 2 years, you pay the
Mhm.
taxes, and then your visa gets upgraded
Okay.
to stamp
Mhm.
4, and then you are
Mhm.
able to do a business in Ireland.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now, I think Harish, more or less, we have summarized the things, and
Yeah.
now I think we can make sequel of videos on this, like particular university and a little bit more about that university, because I want that through you we get to know a detail about Ireland. Like we have got
Okay.
the bird eye view about this country, about the people, about universities, geographical
Hmm.
locations, and all. That is a bird eye view. But maybe one day, very quick review of Trinity College Dublin or University College Dublin. So those
Yeah.
kind of things, like maybe 10-15 minutes, and we provide a gist of universities and ecosystem, academic and research ecosystem of that university. 10 to 15 minutes. That is what we can plan.
Yeah, perfect. We can do that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, Harish. I think we summarized today, and
Yeah.
I'll catch up with you next week. Thank you.